What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Everyone's Different podcast. It's your boy T-Jazz here with my co-host,
Young Trench.
and we have a very lovely guest in the building tonight. I met Carson probably, a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, like 2
literally?
weeks ago.
And now you're in Wisconsin?
For the first time, actually.
How do you like it so far?
It's a little cold.
It's very cold right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might not, I mean, if you're into snowboarding, you could do that, but you got to come back in the summer.
That's what everyone says about
It's lit.
everywhere that's cold.
Yeah.
Come back in the summer.
That's true. But it is nice in the summer, especially if you go to you probably don't know what it is, but like the Wisconsin Dells or something, and you just hit like 10 water parks.
That's what they were talking about
Yeah,
yesterday.
yeah.
I was like, y'all have like a water park, theme park.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's literally the water park capital of the world. Like, it's like, I'm going to be going there until I'm like dead probably.
God.
It's so much fun.
Yeah, no, we definitely have to.
So, yeah, what are you doing out here? Why are you in town? What's going on?
You know why I'm here, but I will tell everyone else why I'm here.
Yeah, we got to let them know.
So I'm playing in the Creator League, the 2v2 tournament with Tristan over here. We had a game last night. I think this is our my only away game, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think
The rest of our games are in LA.
Yeah, I want to
pretty
say
sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But they wanted to have like a home game for everyone that like lived out of town. So our first game was here in Milwaukee last night. So, and we got that dub.
We got the W. Sloppy W.
It's very rough, but a W's a W. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, I watched it. How do you feel about the game?
It was, I feel like no one expected like an injury to happen. So it was like everyone was kind of scrambling.
Oh, I definitely didn't expect that. Did they have to come up with the one-on-one thing like on the spot, or did they have it planned?
I think so.
It-
I was going to ask actually beforehand because I was like, my knee is like kind of hurt already. I was like, what happens if I get hurt?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What do we do?
And you know what's crazy is people don't even know. She's hooping on 3 ACL tears.
3? Damn, you're like Serge. That's
3,
crazy.
Yeah. She met Serge yesterday, and Serge was like, I just tore my ACL 3 times.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And that's very rare. So that's crazy that it happened to him too. Like
yeah.
it's common in females,
Was
not really in males.
Was it like all the same knee or different?
Different knee. And my third one's actually still torn. Like I didn't get it
shit.
fixed. I've just been
Yeah, so she
hooving for 2
she's
years.
basically playing in this league on a torn ACL right now.
You didn't do like therapy or anything for it?
It doesn't like heal on its own. You have to have surgery, so it's like
Yeah.
it's just kind of floating in there.
Oh shit.
And I'm like, how do you even do that?
Bro, there's no fucking way. That sounds.
But, there was a kid in high school that I went to high school with. He was on the volleyball team. He's about my height, but he could, like, windmill dunk.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what was his name? James Altoff, I believe.
Yeah.
He was on the volleyball team. I think he had both of his ACLs torn, if I'm correct.
That sounds
and he
right.
was still playing with it. And he's like, it doesn't...
Both of them?
Yeah, both of them. And he's still getting up there, like, highest vertical, spiking that shit. And I didn't understand it. Like, how is that possible?
I'm not sure how that's possible because both of them, I feel like that's got to be painful.
Oh,
Because I'm not really in pain, but like I can tell which knee is definitely torn.
yeah. When did you tear it most recently?
My junior year of college. So I tore my meniscus and my ACL, but
Ooh.
I didn't want to get my ACL repaired because I wanted to play like my last year. So I had surgery to get my meniscus like scraped or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I just like played the rest of the time.
Junior year. So how old are you right now?
25.
Oh
20,
damn, you
big 25.
Yeah.
You've had
Halfway to 50.
Holy
Oh.
shit, you've had a torn ACL for years now.
Yeah, it's probably been 3-4 years.
So don't you think it, like, healed up a little bit?
It might have. I don't know how that works, honestly.
I don't
It
really
could
know.
have.
I don't know either how that works.
I ain't never had a major injury. I'd be down bad if I
You
tore
better
my
knock on
ACL.
wood.
Yeah. So I want to talk about, like, you're literally in this creator league with me. You have shit ton of followers on TikTok, shit ton of followers on Instagram. How did this, like, all start for you? Like, was it TikTok? How did it start?
It was definitely TikTok. I've always, like, even since I was, like, young, like, I would just get on Snapchat and just, like, record, like, me dancing or, like, doing stupid stuff. So I was like, the second quarantine hit, I was like, all right, I'm bored. And I used to make fun of people. I'm like, stop making TikToks. You're so lame.
Yeah.
Like, and then I got on there and I was just like scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And I'm like, okay, let me like make a TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And like the first TikTok I made got like 1 million views. And I was like, this is absolutely unreal.
And this is like like a year ago?
This was
2 years
probably late 2019. It was before quarantine hit. Like I was making TikToks, but like I wasn't really like making TikToks.
Yeah.
Like, it was just like fucking around. And then I was like, okay, I'm getting views. Let me take this serious. So like when quarantine hit, I was making like 8 videos a day, like grinding. Because I was like stuck in the house. Like there's nothing else to do.
Yeah.
And then like I started making basketball content. I started making volleyball content. And then I started dancing. So I hadn't even danced on TikTok yet. I was just like making like low comedy skits and like stupid stuff. And then I started dancing and everyone's like, okay, like this girl's doing like everything. Like what is going on? And then kind of just blew up from there, I guess.
And then that like after TikTok started going crazy, then all your other social medias, I'm sure, just started to grow.
Yeah, because then I kind of started bringing like my style into it, and I was like, I don't really want to post this on TikTok. Like,
yeah,
I would like to get people to go to Instagram for that.
Yeah.
So I tried to like push it, and I was like, I just feel forceful, so I kind of like let it happen. Like,
yeah,
it kind of did it on its own, but
yeah, I feel that. Like, I feel like I have content that I'm like, all right, I'm gonna post on Instagram. I don't know if I'm gonna post it on TikTok.
Yeah, it's
though.
just not TikTok content.
Oh no,
you know?
100%.
Like every social media like kind of has its own lane, but with TikTok, every social media is like trying to compete with TikTok now, which is crazy. Like who would have thought TikTok would have came out of nowhere,
right?
And now everybody wants to be TikTok. Like Instagram,
even YouTube is the OG,
YouTube
and they even want to be
Shorts.
TikTok. That's crazy.
YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, like everyone wants to be like TikTok.
I didn't even know Facebook Reels was a thing.
Facebook
I
Reels.
don't have Facebook. That's one thing. Like everyone's like, oh, like I saw this on Facebook. I'm like, I don't have a Facebook.
I heard videos do numbers on Facebook, but I don't use that shit either. That's for my
So,
mom.
Right.
you know what though? It's hard for me to like keep in touch with family and like close friends, like on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Like, I follow my family and close friends and shit, but like, I have a Facebook page where it's like family and like people I grew up with only. So like that's kind of what I do on Facebook, but then I have a public page for like work. Like if
that makes sense.
If I'm posting an Instagram reel, I'm gonna post it on Facebook too. And it's like I've already grown a little bit of a following just by posting what I post on Instagram.
Right.
You gotta get on that.
Makes sense. I have a Facebook. The only thing I really do on it is talk to my mom. She doesn't have an iPhone, so like we can like video chat on Facebook.
Yeah, facts.
But it's really like the only thing. I mean, my managers have me like have it for work because I have to connect it to certain stuff like through Instagram and like whatever. But I haven't posted on it. I probably should get on that.
Yeah. Just fucking all the TikToks. Just post them on the Facebook reel. Because, like, you could grow a whole nother audience on Facebook.
Yeah, and they say Facebook's like a whole different audience. Just
it is.
Because, like, there's so many.
There's a lot of older people, too.
Yeah, parents and everything else.
Yeah.
So TikTok is definitely a younger crowd.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure. I see. It's weird, though, because I never scroll on Reels or like YouTube Shorts, and I really only use TikTok when it comes to viewing. I just feel like you kind of have to use the other things as a creator.
Yeah, and it's like weird though, like Instagram or YouTube Shorts, like it's just weird. It's different.
It's a weird vibe. It's not the same. It's not as like smooth, just scrolling.
And I feel like every time I go on there, it's just like the most random videos ever, and it's like way too child friendly. And
it's always like cars or dogs.
Yeah, fucking action figures.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's just random
shit.
I'm like, I don't give a fuck about this. I don't care to see like these. I always see NBA. I will say the one thing that I always see there is recently was you guys from the Creator League.
Oh yeah,
good.
They've been spamming the content,
bro. There's been so much shit.
I see my face everywhere. I'm like, what is going on?
Spamming the content, bro.
It's been kind of funny though. They're doing pretty good with that.
Yeah, no, for real. So, what do you guys think about Instagram though? how they at first when Instagram first came out, it was more like pictures. There was no video involved. And now obviously with TikTok coming in, do you think they should have stayed in their own lane with like, or do you think it's okay where they don't?
The thing. I think the way Instagram is right now is really good for creators, but for like people that are just trying to post for their friends, it's fucking awful.
Yeah.
Because like you won't see your friend's shit anymore, like ever. You only I get people. I'm like, what the fuck is this? It'll be like under the hashtag basketball, and I'm like,
yeah, or like suggested. I'm like, there's a reason I don't follow them.
Exactly. Like, so I feel like for if you want to see your friend's stuff, it's awful now, but for creators, it's a good thing because like before that, you would have never had a video that did 40 mil.
Yeah, and then Instagram, like, you guys ever get like a post that will pop up and it'll say like it was from like 3 days ago?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, bro, I didn't even see this shit.
All the time. Sometimes I don't even see like your posts. Like it takes a while for me to see it.
Really?
Yeah, it happens all the time to me.
Yeah, like I don't know. I just Instagram. Oh, we got our first dog guest on the podcast. I wonder if they saw that in the camera.
Yeah, she brought a dog. Make it wide real quick, Brian.
Hell yeah, we got a dog in the building tonight.
First 2 females on the pod.
Oh, I said tonight. This is actually our earliest podcast we've ever shot, I think.
Oh yeah, also we gotta mention that statistic.
Oh yeah,
you're
right.
I want the people to know that we did
There's a statistic. I think it was 92% of people that start a podcast don't make it past episode 7.
I was gonna say, I feel like I know a lot of people that started podcasts.
Yeah, it happens.
I don't see them.
It happens very often.
Podcasting anymore.
Yeah.
Everyone always quits. 7's the average.
So this is episode 8. Big episode 8. We made it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So you guys normally do these at nighttime?
No, we definitely normally do them at like probably like 7
at night.
Yeah.
Usually
Evenings.
like, take a shot of tequila, everybody, before. But it's
a little too early for that.
Yeah,
too early for that.
When I came here, I was like, I hope to God that they don't say we have to take a shot because I'm not really.
No. It's like it was like a tradition thing, but morning shoots.
I'm not doing that.
Hell
shit.
no,
No
I'm
way.
not taking a shot.
Yeah, bro, I feel like shit. Then I gotta hop on a plane. That sounds horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, you played college basketball, Carson.
I did, and I played college volleyball.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
So at the same time?
No, I kind of went back and forth because I couldn't decide on what I wanted to do.
Okay, so where did you go to college?
Shawnee State University. It's in Ohio.
Okay, and that is a D.
It's NAIA D1.
Oh, okay, bet.
Yeah. I actually signed to play volleyball in college, and then I got hurt. I think it was my first ACL tear. And then I was like, I'm going to miss the whole season because it comes before basketball season. So I ended up like decommitting, and I'm like, okay, I'll just stay home, which my college was like 40 minutes from my house. So I'm like, I'll just stay home and like I'll walk on and play basketball. But then they ended up giving me a scholarship for the 4 years that I was there. So I was like,
bet. That's plug.
yeah. Like he was, my coach was really wanting me to go there, but he was like, you just waited too long. Like I already gave everyone scholarships. He's like, you're just gonna have to play the first year. Like,
yeah.
But then I ended up doing well. So
you walked on, started getting buckets.
Kind of. Because I was like injured my whole first year. So it was like I didn't really play. Like I didn't even get I didn't get released, I don't think, until like February.
Yeah.
So season was like over in a month.
Yeah.
So I was like on the team, traveling with the team, but like I didn't get to play because I wasn't released yet.
So the next year.
So the next year was when I really got to play.
So they knew you could like hoop though.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good.
What position did you play?
I was a forward.
Forward.
You're a forward. Yeah, I guess you're pretty tall.
Yeah, you're.
I'm 6'2".
How tall are you?
Yeah.
6'2".
Yeah.
Yeah. She's a lot taller than I am.
I'm not a lot taller than you. I feel like
Little bit.
A good 4 inches.
Couple inches.
it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Not too bad. It's not too bad. But yeah, we got a good pick and roll thing going. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't say good.
Yeah,
needs a little work.
I watched the game though.
We know what we got going though.
Y'all could get the pick and pop better for sure. Cause I was like, man, she can shoot. We gotta get her out there more.
We don't need to shoot. That's
Yeah.
You gotta have confidence though.
Yeah.
Cause you hit a couple of them.
For your next game, if you're playing Frigga, you're gonna have to be able to shoot.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to hit shots.
Because it's gonna be tough to get to the basket.
For sure. I think I could use my speed though, for sure.
Oh, for sure. But that's
And
gonna be a tough one.
It's
Gonna
gonna be a
have to-
different matchup every time. That's
Mhm.
crazy. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
different game plan.
Every game,
Mm-hmm.
every game, because every team is different.
Mm-hmm.
Literally.
I will say, do you have the size advantage on like all the other women there?
I'm taller than everyone.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, you got to use your
But it's
body.
like I could take advantage of it, but also like it's the opposite on defense. It's like these little 5'2" people
Yeah.
running around. Like
Yeah.
it's like okay.
Yeah. Do you still hoop like often, or like did that shit? Were you fucking exhausted?
Nah. I took like 8 months off.
Okay.
Like the second the season ended, I was like school ended, basketball ended. I was just like, let me chill out.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't do anything. I did not work out. I did not run. I did not do anything for 8 months. And I was like the happiest I had ever been.
Yeah.
But then I was like gaining weight. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I should probably start working out again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I started like playing basketball for fun. And it was like, it's more enjoyable when you can just go out there and like go to runs or just
Mhm.
play.
Yeah, just go have fun. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would play for fun sometimes. But now it's like in LA, they only have like co-ed runs. And it's
Mhm.
like guys really don't take you serious playing basketball. So it's like I don't want to go to the gym if I'm the only girl on the team.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I don't mind. I really don't care.
Yeah.
But men just don't take you serious. So it's like
So do they have like female leagues that you could play in? Like they have like men's leagues and shit. I've never really seen a female like league like that.
I think they do. What's it called? Meta's he has a YMCA in
Oh
LA,
yeah.
and they have like girls like I don't know if it's runs or a league, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's a league.
Yeah, I think
that
he
they play in.
started. I don't know. You're talking about Meta World Peace?
Yeah,
Yeah, he started like some app or something. And
the XVI or something. I don't even know what
yeah,
it's called.
XVCS or something.
Yeah,
I don't-
something like that.
I don't know exactly what it is, but yeah, no, he started that thing and then started doing those runs, which is. I mean,
I've been there a couple times. Yeah.
I haven't been there, but
Actually, the
I've seen
time I was there,
videos.
he was there. I was like, "You actually come here?" I figured he would just,
Oh yeah, no, he's
start it and
I want to say my first time in LA, I was like maybe 18. I just went out there. Someone flew me out. You know Nick from Venice Ball, like the VBL.
sounds familiar.
Nico?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you do know him.
I don't know him, but I've
Okay.
seen him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he flew me out there when I was like 18 and kind of took me under his wing, showed me a lot of different things, took me to different parks to hoop at and shit. And the first day I'm there, he's like, "Yo, you want to play in this celebrity game with Meta?" And I'm like, "Are you serious?"
Yeah, like duh.
I'm like, "Let's get it." So literally the first day I was in LA, played in a celebrity game with a bunch of celebrities, and I'm like, I don't even feel like I should be playing in this right now.
Yeah.
But no, Meta
That's
World P. It was
crazy.
sponsored by him and his app, and he was like, "Yo, if you want to hop in, let's go."
That's crazy.
I was like, "Bet." Shout
First
out to
time in
Meta.
LA. I feel like everyone's first experience in LA is like
They're
nothing
crazy.
like they've ever experienced before.
Bro, I swear to God,
Yeah.
the first time I went to LA, I've never experienced anything like that again. I remember getting off the plane, was stuck at the airport for like an hour and a half, and then I got an Uber, and I just remember walking in and seeing like, I don't know if you know the show Shameless?
Yeah.
I remember walking into this house, and there was just like Carl from Shameless sitting there, and then like
Wow.
Lil Mosey, and then the next day I met Trippie Redd, and I was just like, LA is the fucking best place I've ever been to in my life.
And it's
Yeah.
normal to see people like that.
Yeah.
Like Adam Sandler's just like out and about.
Yeah.
And like no one says a thing.
Yeah.
Like everyone just minds their business. I'm
Yeah.
like, that is Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is just crazy to me still, honestly.
You saw Adam Sandler just walking around?
I haven't personally done it. It's
Okay.
just like,
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of
you
people
seen-
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. You see so many people in
Like
LA.
rappers on the street, at
Mhm.
dinner.
Like you could
Like,
be
it's
walking
just-
down
Like Melrose or something?
Rodeo Drive,
Yeah.
Melrose, you'll see hella people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was at Catch the restaurant, and Giannis was at the table like 2 tables over.
Really?
And he was like he had said, because I was with my ex and it was our anniversary, and he was like, "Hey guys, happy anniversary." And I was like, how did this man know it was our anniversary?
TikTok.
And the fact that he even knows who I am is
Giannis
crazy.
knew that?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I
That's
was
actually
like,
crazy.
You know what's crazy though is Giannis and his family, they're very in tune with social media today.
Yeah.
Like, we've been to a few Bucks games or whatever. When were we with Giannis last?
Oh God. I mean, you were just with him.
Was I just with him?
Yeah, in Dubai or
in
something
Abu
like
Dhabi.
That.
That was like 5 months ago.
Yeah.
What was the one time?
No, that was like 3 months ago.
3 months ago? Damn, my time's all messed up.
You're everywhere, I feel like. You're
My
all over
time's
the
all messed
world.
up, and time is all. COVID really just messed everything up. Like, for real.
No, I mean, sometimes I swear you'll be like, bro, this shit was 8 years ago. And I'm like, I didn't even know you 8 years ago. What do you mean?
Yeah, no, but Giannis and them, like, I wouldn't be surprised if he, like, tunes in your TikToks and shit.
Yeah, I saw he was on TikTok for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I was like, I feel like he's really shown his personality on this app, because I didn't know what he was like as a person until I started watching his videos.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay.
He's like a funny.
This man's goofy.
Yeah,
He's like a goofy, funny dude. Like, what did he do that one time for his birthday? He had a bell.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. It said like ring for. Was it ring for sex?
Yeah, it's something.
And he posted it on TikTok?
Yeah, he was like shaking it with his girl.
Oh.
Like, or
my
no, what did he
goodness.
say?
And then
What did he say?
He said, it can be a freak in the sheets and a freak on the court.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Oh my goodness.
He's like, I'm a freak on the court, but a freak in the sheets.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
That is so funny.
And you could probably go find that video right now.
Dude, that shit was fucking awesome. I like when NBA players show their personality more.
Yeah, because it's not always strictly basketball. Like,
Yeah, everyone has a life besides basketball.
yeah, it's like people are so judgmental. Like, why are you making TikToks? Like, you should be at practice. I'm like, I'm sure they practice enough
Bruh.
today. Like,
Yeah.
chill out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, just having fun.
Plus, like, I don't know. We're all busy people, I would assume. We still have time to do all that shit, too. Like, it's
Yeah.
not like we can't have fun in our lives as well.
Right.
Yeah. Hell yeah. So, I know we talked a little bit about something yesterday. I got to bring it up. Gotta bring this up.
Oh, no.
We went to dinner yesterday. And it's funny because when I'm about to have a guest on the podcast, I'm like, damn, I don't want to ask you questions. You know what I'm saying? Like yesterday, for instance. Like, I'm
Yeah.
like, damn, like, I'm just met Carson. I'm trying to get to know her a little bit. But, like, I know you were coming on the podcast. So I'm like, I don't want to know anything about you because I'm going to be asking you all this shit on the podcast.
Right.
So, what are the DMs looking like?
Oh, no. I would say they're a little spicy. A lot of it is like, just little boys on TikTok. But occasionally it's like,
You got some NBA players in there. I'm sure NFL players.
yeah, a few.
A few.
A few.
but I don't know if we could say any names on here though.
We
can't
say
say it.
any names, just because like sometimes it's really not even like, oh, like they're trying to slide. It's really like a friendly thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely.
But like sometimes it's not, so it's like you kind of have to vibe it out, I guess. And
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I'm new to LA, so it's like I
Mhm.
really am trying to like meet people and like get connections. It's
Yeah.
like I'm really
Yeah.
not trying to like talk to people like that. So
Mhm.
sometimes it's like, I'm like, oh, like you just ruined it. Like I just wanted to be your friend, and it's like,
Oh.
Yeah, see,
you
that's
took
kinda-
it too far.
That's
Yeah.
interesting because I have like a lot of female artist friends, and what they'll say is like a dude will hit them up and be like, "Let's go to the studio."
Yeah, and
But-
like you think it's
but-
like, oh, it's work.
Yeah, exactly.
And
so
then you
you're
get
you're all
there and it's
excited. You're
like-
like, "Oh, I'm about to make this new friend," and they're obviously on some shit.
Yeah,
They're just thinking about some other shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like a tough thing with being a female influencer because you are trying to make friends in the space, and a lot of dudes
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
fucking weird.
And it's like I have followers, but like I'm still a human being.
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I don't know.
So how is it being a female influencer?
At first it was really difficult because I had never dealt with hate before, and I didn't realize how many people just hate women
Yeah.
for no reason,
Mm.
especially female athletes. It's like, another world.
And especially when you're coming up on the internet, there's just people hating regardless.
It's like I could literally donate $100,000 somewhere and someone will be mad that I didn't donate it somewhere else, or like it's just like
Bro.
you can never do anything good enough.
Nah, it's really like that too.
Yeah.
Cause dude, even like Mr. Beast, you see how he posted the blind video?
Yeah, he cured like 1,000 people.
Bro,
of
he
blindness.
got a lot of hate for that video.
Paid for it all.
He got hate for that video?
A lot of hate because people were like, you're just doing this so that you can build your brand. And I'm just like, bro, first of all, even if he was,
it's crazy.
Who the fuck cares?
He's
1,000 people can see now.
Yeah.
Like, it's
so
so weird.
I wonder how much that costed him.
Probably like 10,000 per person.
I don't know much about him, but they say he like spends a lot of money on his videos, right?
Yeah.
A lot of money.
Every
all
video?
The
millions.
money he makes goes right back into the next video.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
To make it better and better and better.
And he has like 30 different channels maybe, and he has like reacts, and then he has a bunch of channels that are dubbed in a different language so he can get every fucking possible view in the world.
Wow.
It's actually insane.
I don't watch much YouTube. Like I literally don't know anything about YouTube.
He's the same way.
Yeah, I don't really either. I don't watch any maybe like a music video.
Yeah.
If I'm listening to music. But I don't watch too much YouTube. I watch zero television.
Same. I can't. I don't have the attention span for TV.
Only basketball.
Basketball games sometimes.
Yeah. Watch a little bit of basketball. Not as much as I probably should though. I feel like
I know. I feel like everyone always asks me like, "Who's your favorite team? What's your favorite?" I'm like, I literally don't watch basketball.
Yeah.
Like it's not even that I don't like it. I just don't have time.
Yeah. No, that's exactly how I feel.
Yeah.
So did you before at some point you had to have had time. So like what got you into the sport of basketball?
So my brother's 10 years older than me, and so he was in high school when I was young. Mm-hmm. So he played basketball. He's 6'9", 6'10", not sure.
Is he in the league?
No, he's not. He
what did he
lives in
end up
Ohio.
doing?
He's got 2 kids. Lives with his girlfriend. So
okay.
But he did play basketball for a long time. I don't know if he still plays. Honestly, might play occasionally, but
might have to pick him up for like a men's league game or something.
Honestly,
6'9".
Yeah.
So did he used to? Did you guys used to play together and he would fucking like bully you on the court?
I never really played with him. He was way too old.
Yeah. Okay.
He's just like so much older than me. But like, we just like always went to his games, traveling because he was playing in college, and I feel like that's kind of got me into it. But I'm
just around the game.
Yeah. And then my height, I was like taller than everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have this picture from 2nd grade, and when I say like I'm a whole like 2 heads taller than everyone.
No.
In 2nd grade.
Yeah.
Like I'm towering over people, and I'm like.
That's funny. So girls, they always hit their growth spurt like
early.
way before dudes.
I've been 6'2" since freshman year of high school.
I was gonna ask if you've literally been that height forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, it's so weird. Do you remember when we'd be in, like, elementary school and these girls would get super tall and we're all like, damn, bro, this is ass.
Damn, 6'2" as a freshman.
I think I might have been 6 foot. I might have grown 2 inches throughout high school. But I was definitely 6 foot freshman year.
Damn.
Yeah, dating in high school was difficult.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like it would be.
Did you ever date anyone smaller than you? Or shorter than you?
You would have to, right?
Yeah, I actually dated someone for almost 4 years that was shorter than me.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn. See,
that's.
Yeah. I feel like that'd be such an odd dynamic, but
yeah.
But also,
I don't know if I could date someone taller than me.
I don't know if I.
Right.
Like no disrespect to you.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I would
just like it's intimidating to an extent. It's
like, damn, what are you gonna fucking post me up? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck?
Oh, that's so funny. That's true.
You feel me though? But like, yeah, I feel, and then like as a girl, I'm sure. Well, you dated someone for 4 years that's shorter than you, but would you prefer someone that's taller than you?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It's like I've experienced both, so it's like. Definitely prefer someone that's taller than me.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And it's like there's only a certain there's tall people, but it's like there's only a certain type of person that's tall. It's like normally it's an athlete. And it's like, I don't know if I can do it.
Yeah. I feel that.
I just don't know.
Athletes are kind of a different type of people in terms of.
Yeah.
Depends on the athlete.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I know, but athletes, I feel like very often, sometimes can be intense people as well. So
true.
and like the one thing that's good about them though is they tend to be hardworking. So like if you want to be with someone that's
And it's like someone that understands, like, I don't know, like your work ethic. Like, I feel like athletes are never lazy. Like,
yeah, exactly.
you're never late to stuff. Like, you're always on what you need to do. Like, I'm always like 30 minutes early because like I'm so used to going to practice. It's like I feel like I'm just early to stuff.
That's
and it's
good.
like someone that understands. Like,
That's a good thing.
yeah.
So you must have showed up for like interviews to a job early, right? Because that's what they used to teach me. They're like, show up 20 minutes early.
Well, no. The only job I've really ever had, I was a waitress, and it was my family's business. So I didn't really even get interviewed for it. It was just like there.
Yes, yeah, it was already there for you.
But I was working. It was I was a waitress, and I was working full time while playing college basketball.
Really?
Yeah, because like I had a scholarship, but I didn't have like enough money to really like live on. So if I wanted to really pay rent and eat and be comfortable, like I had to work. So I was like working, going straight to practice after like standing for 6 hours, and then going to class and everything else.
So how was the schoolwork on top of that shit?
I was definitely up doing homework like late, but
You were probably getting no sleep.
nah.
Yeah, I've always thought that was kind of crazy for college athletes. I mean, obviously you have to do it because you're still in college and you might not be going to the league or anything, but
Right.
I feel like it's super hard. Like I feel like that would be impossible to do. There's no way I would be able to go to even like when you were in high school. I feel like that's so hard because so much of your life is consumed by the sport that doing work and stuff would be exhausting.
Once COVID hit, it was like online, so it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Because like,
well, there's no homework. You're just doing it all online.
yeah, and like papers, it's like, if anything, I'm like, oh, like, I have COVID. Can I get an extension?
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, like you can have a few days to write your paper. So.
Hell yeah. Make a bunch of excuses.
Oh
during
yeah,
COVID.
it was always an excuse, and especially playing basketball. It's like, oh, we practiced really late last night. Like, I'm just not gonna make it to class this morning.
Yeah.
And like, I went to a small school, so like that was understandable.
Yeah.
Like at bigger schools, I feel like they're always like on it. Like coaches are like, make sure you go to class. Like, but like we would practice until literally. There was one time, our coach was talking to us. It was after a loss, but he was talking to us after practice, and he was like, I'm gonna keep you guys in here all night. He's like, I don't care. He's like, I don't care what time it is. He looks at the clock. It's 1:03 a.m.
Bruh, how long were you guys in there?
I think because we only had one gym. We didn't have a practice gym. So the boys had practice. There was a volleyball game. We had to wait till after. So I think we started practice at like 8 or 9.
Wow.
And like we would practice for 4 hours sometimes, like real practice.
So, Carson, where are you from exactly?
I was born in a town called Portsmouth, Ohio. But I didn't live there. I lived in a town called Beaver, Ohio. For most of my life. Very small town. Technically, it might be a city now, but when I lived there, it was technically a village because there wasn't enough people for it to be a town.
A village.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Pretty sure that's what it's called. Yeah, I graduated high school with like 32 people.
What?
Yeah, there was like a couple hundred people in like the whole school.
Was it a private school or was it just that?
Public school.
What the fuck?
Like we didn't have football. I think they got football my senior year. Like we didn't have football. We barely had a soccer team. Like our basketball team. Like I think we had 7 people my junior year. Like we had barely enough to play. And it was like everybody knew everybody. Like sometimes I meet people. They're like, no, like I think that girl went to my high school. Like I don't know. And I'm like, how do you not know? Like I knew every single person in my high school.
So you had a basketball team with a graduating class of 32?
Yeah.
How ass were they?
So my senior year, we only won 4 games.
Okay.
And I averaged like 25 points a game.
I was going to say, they had to have been awful.
We were not good.
If you put me in a school with 32 kids, our team would be so garbage.
Yeah.
Odds are 1 out of 30 people is gonna be all right at basketball.
My freshman year, we went to state for volleyball. Actually, like we were really good. Basketball, I think we were decent that year. But like after that, like sophomore, junior, senior year was like slow.
So you're from the Midwest.
Yeah.
Cool. Did you live there until you moved to LA?
I lived in Ohio until the end of college.
Okay.
Lived in Michigan for a year and then moved to LA from Michigan. And I've lived in LA since May.
So, I mean,
so
you got to be relatively used to Wisconsin cold then.
I was about to say this is honestly the same as Michigan. I just didn't bring a coat here. So it's like going outside to like smacks you in the face. So.
Damn, you forgot where you were going or something?
Yeah, I guess.
it ain't warm here.
Yeah, are you happy with the move to LA? Are you like, you know what I'm saying? Like, was that the move for you?
I definitely think it was a good thing. I feel like I definitely don't want to be there forever.
Hell no.
It's like so expensive for no reason.
Yeah,
like
traffic,
gas is like $8 a gallon. Well, because I have a nice car, so it's like I have to put nice gas in it.
Yep.
Which you have a Tesla, so you wouldn't understand.
No
but
gas.
Yeah, it's just like it's nice to network and meet new people. It's good for work, but like I don't know if I could spend as much money like buying a house there, like settling down as like and getting such a small house for like such a big number. Yeah. Like when you can buy a house in Texas, it's like 3 times the size.
Yeah. Literally.
Cheaper. So
True.
it's like
you always see those like mansions are like
all over
$400,000. I'm like
6
what?
bedrooms, 5-car garage. I'm like,
yeah. Why is it so cheap over there?
I don't know.
I've thought about moving over there for that exact reason.
So you thought about moving to Texas?
I've thought about moving fucking everywhere, bro. Anywhere, but we'll see.
You know where is really cheap that I've heard to live is Bali, Indonesia.
Oh yeah, no, a lot of countries overseas are.
I don't know if
so
it's
cheap.
because they're. I don't know if this is true, but like I don't know if their currency is like lower than the US dollar.
I think it is.
Which it makes everything cheap, but like you could literally get like an Airbnb mansion, futuristic type crib on the ocean, pool in the backyard for like $100 a night.
I know, I saw that. Someone had said that and I was like, I really just need to get my passport and leave this place.
Oh, you don't got a passport? You gotta get the passport.
I don't
have
either.
to.
You need to get the passport because you never know what's popping up.
I never had a reason to like leave as like I don't know.
Same.
I was poor as fuck, so like we never went anywhere when I was a kid. So I never had a reason to have a passport.
But bro, I'm telling you.
Oh, I know.
You gotta get out of the country.
Yeah, I want to so bad.
See some shit. Cause I used to think the same shit. Like why would I want to leave the country or whatever? Then like 2018 when I'm out of high school. They had me put my crazy layup package in NBA Live.
Oh,
this
wow.
when NBA Live was doing their thing.
This was in 2019, you said?
Like, was it 19 or was it 18?
It was 18.
So I graduated high school in 2018. So then I flew out there. I want to say that year. Flew out to Vancouver, Canada. My first time out of the country. And it was a beautiful city. It wasn't like me going to like, Paris or like Dubai or Japan, but it was my first time out of the country. But I still at that time didn't realize like, I should probably travel or I should probably go check out the other side of the world and see what it's like.
Right.
I always thought like, I don't want to do that shit. Why would I want to do that shit? But now after going to seeing some shit, you guys got to get your passports.
I plan on it. This summer is about to be very eventful.
Has to be.
It's just like the process of getting a passport is like I don't know where my birth certificate is. My mom has that.
Oh, damn.
Oh, I know where mine is.
But is that how you do it?
There's something that there's some sort of documentation that they need to make sure like you're you.
Yeah.
And like your ID is not enough.
Yeah, you probably need
social security.
Yeah.
Like
ID, birth certificate.
Something
you probably need
with your address on it, with your name that matches your ID.
Yeah. And that's just a lot of work.
I feel you. Run down to the post office and get it done.
Yeah.
I need to. I don't know. You said you graduated high school in 2018.
I graduated high school in 2018. When did you graduate?
2016. But that means you were born in what? 2000?
1999. Just before the 2000s.
Oh yeah, because you were talking about your birthday's in December.
Yep.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy to think about, though.
Yeah, because I was born in 98, but I'm 25.
Oh yeah, I'm 99 too.
Yeah, how the fuck does that make sense?
Well,
you were born in 98.
It's because
Well, my birthday's in
her birthday
January.
hasn't hit yet.
No,
Or,
Yeah.
I just turned 25.
Yeah. So, okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Damn, that's crazy.
yeah, I mean, I always remember being the older kid in school. It was kind of cool. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. So you were like the older kid in school always, or the younger?
Neither.
I was pretty normal. Yeah. I feel
yeah.
like people that have the like the summer birthdays, like you're
Mhm.
either really old in your class or young.
Really young.
Yeah.
Yeah, like because you get to decide basically which,
Yeah.
like when you start school.
Yeah, I think if you're in
Yeah.
like August or something, they'll be like you can either be back or forward.
Or forward. Yeah.
I would never want to be the fucking young ass kid though. But I also wouldn't want to be the damn.
I wouldn't want to be the old
Yeah,
one, like
Huh, that'd be weird. I wouldn't want to be like 19 or some shit. And
in high
high
school,
school.
like
Damn.
with some 14-year-old freshmen.
yeah,
like,
exactly.
It's like
I might would want to do the young route
Yeah, I guess.
and just graduate like early.
Yeah.
Get life going early, right?
And if you end up being like a hooper, you're like, oh, I just need held back. Like, my school's just not going well. And then you just like play basketball for another year.
Yeah. No, I've heard lots of stories about like parents holding their kids back
Oh yeah.
for like sports specifically, and it's crazy. Like I heard someone, I want to say they wrote like a fake letter saying that their kid was getting like bullied or something, and they needed to switch schools and be held back and shit.
What?
And I'm like, what? Because like the whole thing that was big in Wisconsin for basketball is like, if I'm at a school and I transfer to another school, I gotta sit out a year
Mm-hmm.
Which is crazy.
of playing basketball.
a whole year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think at my school it was like 10 games, which is like in high school that's a lot of games.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, well, it was like they didn't want you like stacking the teams.
Right.
Like imagine if all of us were like NBA bound hoopers and we're like, fuck it, we're gonna go all to the same high school to stack this team, and we all transferred in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, it might make sense to not let that happen, I guess.
Right.
But it definitely sucks if like you just like fucking move and then they're just like, guess what, you can't play.
Right. Like your parents get a new job and you
Yeah.
actually have to move.
Yeah,
like
you can't
Yeah.
even help it.
that
Yeah.
sucks.
Then you got to send a whole letter into the WIAA, whatever it is.
Shit, I don't know. I didn't play sports.
Yeah, I think you got to send a whole letter in explaining why you should be able to play.
That's crazy.
Mhm.
I feel like
And,
there's definitely ways around that these days because I've seen some high school basketball teams. It's like,
Yeah.
how?
Yeah. Nah, for real.
Especially in California.
Yeah.
I'm like watching these games. I'm like, these are not the same high schoolers that
No.
like I was in high school with.
Hell
Like,
no.
No.
I'm like, there's no way these men look like they're like 23.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
No,
like, this is
it's-
crazy.
It's like the human race is like evolving.
Yeah, we talked
Yeah.
about that a little bit on the Christopher London episode. How kids are just like so different now. That's why
Yeah.
the league gets better every year with like NBA and everything. It's just kids are.
There's like
they evolve
kids
really crazy.
like dunking shit in like middle school
7th
now.
grade. I'm like, whoa.
Coming through the lane dunking shit. And I'm
Mhm.
like, bro, what are these kids eating nowadays?
Right.
But it's got to just be the human race just evolving. I don't know.
The human race and the internet. It's like these kids see anything on the internet. It's like, I want to do that. Which is like,
Yeah.
it's good. It's good. It's like motivating. It's like, wow, like you want to, like you're working towards something.
Yeah.
But it's like crazy.
There's positives and negatives to it. 'Cause like you ever see these videos of like these little kids that are talking crazy shit,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
they're like 8, and you're just like,
And like the people are like laughing in the comments. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
Bro,
you're
this
like,
shit
It's
is not
funny,
good.
but
it's
like-
funny, but I'm like, this kid should not be doing. Like,
It's
have
not-
fun, bro. You are
I
a
don't think it's
child.
a good thing, bro.
No, I know that part's a bad thing.
Man, like, what is this next generation gonna grow up being like?
I don't even, I can't imagine what my
savages,
kids are
bro.
going to be
Bro,
like.
like I'm seeing like newborn babies like already on iPads, like
Yeah.
That like, is that bad for a kid's brain to be out like that early?
Right.
Like, what is the next generation gonna be like?
I literally can't imagine.
Just know the way that we evolve, I think every human eventually is going to have horrible eyes because we just sit and stare at screens
I've had
constantly.
horrible eyesight since I was like a kid.
Oh yeah, you don't got 20/20?
I'm like close to legally blind without my contacts
What?
in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
How are you driving?
I'm not allowed to drive if I don't have my contacts or glasses on.
Damn, you got contacts in right now?
Yeah. I remember like the first time I realized like I was like squinting at everything in like 4th grade.
Like sitting in the back of the classroom.
I was in the
like,
front of the
trying to-
classroom. I couldn't see.
Oh shit.
And I told my mom, I was like, Mom, like I really can't see. She was like, yes, you can. Like you just want glasses. Like you just, everybody has glasses. You want glasses. Like,
Yeah.
no, like I for real can't see. And I went to the eye doctor and they like did the little, test with the letters or
Yep.
whatever.
Mhm.
And all I could read was E. I'm like, I only know it's an E because I've seen the picture before. Like
Yeah.
I really can't even see
Damn.
it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I think that's when I got glasses for the first time too. It was like 4th, 5th grade, and then they were like, "You're colorblind too, buddy." I was like, "But yeah, I knew that. I fucking color the ocean purple all the time."
oh wow, you're
Oh yeah,
colorblind?
yeah. Tell
Yeah.
tell us the story about how in art class when you were a kid.
Okay, so I remember there was this one art project we were doing, and I think I was drawing a shark. Let me tell you, first of all, I was the rawest drawer at my school. I was so fucking nice with it, and I was just coloring the ocean because I was making this shark, and my teacher walked up to me and she was like, "Why's the ocean purple?" And I was like, "The fuck are you talking about?"
Right, it's
I was
just
like,
blue.
"That shit blue as hell. You're drunk, buddy. I don't know what you're talking
Yeah.
about." And I guess I was always just doing things incorrectly. I tried to tell my mom for years that I thought I was colorblind because I would just do stuff wrong. And she was just like, "Nah, you're not colorblind," which makes no fucking sense because
Right.
my grandpa was colorblind. I was like, "Mom, I'm telling you, I'm colorblind. I be seeing shit weird."
Like people were telling you like grab that red hat over there and you
Yeah,
would
and I
like
would just do it.
not grab the red
I would do
one.
it. I'd do it wrong. So I'd just be like,
yeah.
"I don't know. There's something fishy about this."
Bro, I
I couldn't
wonder
imagine.
I wonder what colorblindness looks like.
Right.
Like I'm seeing everything in color, right? What do you just see black and white? Or
Nah,
like-
I see color. I just know it looks different to me than other people, I guess.
I
Like,
actually heard something about color the other day. It changed my whole perspective of life.
Huh.
Okay.
What?
So like this it's kind of hard to explain, but say like my red,
I know exactly what you're gonna say.
like say something's red and I'm like, "Oh, that's red."
Yeah.
But to you it's like, "Oh, that's purple." But
Mhm.
we're seeing the same color. We just think of it as different words.
Yep.
If that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
it's really hard to explain.
So okay, let's say this is white, right?
Yeah.
And you see it as white, and I see it as white. But
It could look purple. Like
what if I
like you
saw
could
it
see it
as
as
red?
purple.
But I've saw it as red my whole entire life, so it's white.
like it's so hard to explain.
Bro, I'm losing brain cells right now.
All right,
You know what I'm saying? He knows what I'm
I
saying.
know what you mean.
So you think red equals white?
I'm not saying I do. I'm saying like okay.
No, I'm saying, but with your example.
Yeah, like what if I always saw this as red, and what I see as red, you see as white. So we're just looking at the same thing. We call it the same thing because we've always seen it in that way.
I still have
It's
no
going-
idea
it's
what
going
you
over
are.
I know
talking about.
exactly what you mean though. 'Cause I
There
think
was
about
a
this
really
all the time.
thoroughly explained video on it. I'll have to send it to you. So
Was
it
it
will
like
make
a
sense.
TikTok or something?
Maybe. But like the second I watched it, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Like I know this table is white, but in your eyes it could be a whole different color.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
white could be an entirely different color to you.
Yep.
Is what I'm saying. But we both see it as white, but it really could be like purple to you. If that
Mhm.
makes sense.
So one of us would be colorblind?
I don't know.
No,
It's like-
because
I'm
what
so
if-
confused.
you never know. We could just not actually see the same shit. Like,
It's just crazy.
but
to think
since
about.
we've seen it our entire life, we just would think it. We all would say the same thing.
That just gave me
I
like
don't
an
know.
instant headache. Like we got to
he
clip.
lost brain
No,
cells.
we got to clip that and post it because I don't know what the hell you guys just said.
Nah,
and I want to see if other people.
Bro, I
don't
promise. I promise people will know.
Yeah,
what we
he
mean.
understands.
Yeah.
Meaning you've seen it, like you've heard
I
it.
definitely know, cause I've thought about that my whole life. Cause I'm like, damn, what
Being
if,
colorblind, I'm
yeah,
sure you're
I'm like,
wow.
bro, what if I'm not colorblind and y'all are seeing shit
Right.
wrong?
What if
Like,
I'm the normal one?
Yeah.
True.
That's what I'm saying. I'm always like, what if it's not me?
That's kind of trippy, bro. What
I
if
know.
our shit's fucked up and yours is correct?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, what if your shit is just not right?
And we see like extra colors that like don't really exist.
That's what I'm
Like they exist to us. But
thought
like,
about that my entire life. Except
Bro, we're getting into some trippy shit right now.
the other thing I've ever
Like,
the one thing I will say though, blue and purple pretty fucking close in color. Don't get on my ass about that. They're not that different. They're really not. Like
to us, they are.
I can like if you put them, I know that that's blue. I can tell you that. But like sometimes that should be looking the same. It's just got a little tint of red in it.
yeah,
I
what?
could see that.
Not that, like purple. It just has a
Oh.
tint of red in it.
Mixed in to make it purple.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah.
it's not that
I
different.
get it.
yeah. Like if I could see two like a light blue and a light purple, I could just combine them.
This is the most random conversation we've ever had on this podcast.
It is,
But it's low-key fire.
It is random.
Nah, I literally just lost a couple.
Yeah, I wish you could
Cells.
understand. Like, I wish you could just like hop in my brain for
I
a
know.
second, understand, and hop
you,
back out.
You guys will have to show me the video after. So I can
I
understand
know
it.
it's a hard thing to explain, but it's.
I'm not good at explaining
There's
things
some people
in
here
general.
right now that are fucking lost watching this, and there are some people here that are like,
Might
"Dude,
understand.
yeah, they're like, I think about that all the time.
Yeah.
I don't think about it all the time. Like, for real though, bro, that's crazy.
Well, why? It'd be weird if you did think about it all the time because you don't understand it.
What are some
Yeah.
other things like that though? Like the pyramids. How were the pyramids? How did they get there?
You see, I don't have an answer for any types of questions like this. Like, I see things on TikTok, and it's
Yeah.
like,
How do you know what's the
what made you
real-
think of that?
My answer would be that them niggas was just strong back then, bro. I don't know, because
Nah, but
I don't know how they made
think
that
about
shit.
it though. Think about it real quick. Like we're gonna bring it deep here.
Mm.
Each block, like think about how many blocks there are to create the pyramids in Egypt. Each block had to have been placed perfectly
Well, yeah, and
in order for it to perfectly go up.
they all
the top.
literally have
Right.
to
Like,
be the
but, like-
perfect dimension.
Like by the centimeter, by the millimeter.
Mm-hmm.
If it was off a little bit, it would be like crooked.
Mm-hmm.
It would be going off. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But those blocks are how heavy? Like
Probably like a ton for one of them.
tons, 1,000 tons, whatever it is.
Right,
like,
and there was no like forklifts.
No,
back
that's
then.
the thing. That's why everyone's
Oh,
like, how
like-
the fuck would they even get that up?
I didn't
bro.
even think about that.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't know they were that heavy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's literally just rock, and they're just fucking somehow lugging
And
this
Oh
shit
Oh
up
my
there.
goodness.
And
That's
how
why
did
people say
they-
it's aliens.
And how did they make them into perfect blocks, the same size?
That's a good question.
There's not mass production of IKEA furniture. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Like someone
like
had.
someone had to have chipped away at a rock.
There's no IKEAs back in the day. We're lucky.
Wow.
Yeah,
we're
that's
lucky.
unfortunate.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy to think about.
It is kind of
Yeah.
a crazy thing. Damn.
yeah. So it,
I got a question for you guys.
All right. Let's
Okay.
get it.
Is water wet?
No.
oh, here we go. Here we go. Is water wet? I've seen people do this shit, and
It's
they
like a real argument.
they
People
break
get
it like
aggressive.
they break down the science behind it.
My answer is easily no, though.
I agree. Water is not wet. Water can get things wet.
Yeah,
Water
exactly.
itself, I don't feel as
Yeah.
if can be wet. And I really don't want people to come at me for that because it's not that serious.
No.
But people go
People get
in
deep with this shit.
Yeah, no. People do go the other way, which I don't.
So explain what the other way is.
I don't
I
understand.
think they
what-
just say yes, water's wet. Like,
Yeah,
'cause
so
water
water-
is water.
because
Yeah.
like it's.
But do you know any like argument like scientifically that's like
I think
proven-
scientifically the argument would have to say that water is not wet. It just gets things wet.
Yeah.
I don't
mean,
really know.
I would have to agree with you guys.
Yeah, 'cause it doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't really make sense. I don't see how something. If I pour fucking water into a cup of orange juice,
Like the water's not wet in there.
it
It's
didn't
like
get more wet.
the
like,
cup is wet.
Yeah, exactly. Like nothing happened. It just.
Bro, that's another trippy thing to think about. For real.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel
Yeah.
like nah.
So like water in like a pool.
It's like the pool's wet, and like
pool's wet.
if you jump in, you're wet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But, like,
so that has to be the correct answer then. How could the other answer be? How could the other way be right?
I mean, I don't know. There might be some science behind it, where somebody has a
Yeah.
good
Oh.
answer. But
I don't believe anyone that says.
What
the
are some
thing.
other like trippy things like this? We've never done this on the podcast.
I know.
We're getting
you think a straw has one hole or two holes?
One.
oh
Wait. Okay. The only. See, that one is hard just because
Because there's two openings, but like
they have to cut two openings, but it is one.
There's
hole.
one
It is one.
passageway, but there's two openings on the
there's
end.
two like yeah.
All right. Think of it like this: if I punch a hole in this wall right now, there's
One hole.
still
One
only
hole?
one opening. Well, you could say that there's two openings because
One from each side of the wall.
yeah. So it's still
Mm.
just one hole.
Or let's say you take a log
Every hole.
and you drill a hole straight through the center of the log all the way through. You just drilled one hole. You didn't drill two holes.
Yeah, and think of anything that
True.
has a hole. There's two openings.
I don't know. What is your answer to that?
I don't know. I feel like it's one. I mean, yeah, there's two openings, but it's like
Yeah.
there's only one way in and one way out.
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm saying.
it's only one tube.
Damn, Ron, you gotta look some of these up. I'm not gonna. I like talking
Yeah,
about that.
We're getting into some deep shit.
It's so random, but I like
It
shit
is
like that.
random.
I know. You got any more?
Yeah,
Shit.
actually.
What do you do? Study these for?
Bro, should be on TikTok.
I'd be on TikTok. now.
You're a conspiracy theorist.
Let's see what I got here. This one's not even like I don't even know.
I'm trying to think if I
like
know
these.
one.
Oh, you have one?
I got one.
Okay.
I got one. And this has never been solved. And if somebody listening right now knows how to solve this, please let me know.
I'll do it right now.
So my grandpa was in, I forget which grade, but he had a teacher that asked him this math question, and to
Oh.
this day, he still can't figure it out. He doesn't know what algorithm to use. He doesn't know anything.
Math.
I didn't graduate high school, buddy.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like it's like a math problem. So, okay, there's a farm, right? And one farmer can plow the field in 60 minutes.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
So, and then there's another farmer that can plow this same field in 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
If both farmers started doing it at the same time, how long would it take the farmers to do it if they did it together?
See, a part of me would be like, okay, cut everyone's time in half because it's like only half the work.
No.
But then that's longer than the one guy's time altogether.
Okay. If I'm
It's a weird like math question.
really-
There's got to be an equation for it or
Has
something.
to be. I don't feel like there's an equation, honestly.
No,
There has to
I
be.
think there is. Okay, so 60 and 30. So I feel like would you not cut it in half? Why would you not do that?
So here's the hint my grandpa gave me. He said it's got to be less than 30 because one of them
Can do it
can
in
already
30.
do it in 30.
Oh fuck! Wait, that
You feel me?
just messed up my.
So think about it so there has to be some sort of like,
I have an answer.
you do have an answer.
Don't even ask them both to do it if the first one can do it in 30 minutes. Or the second one can do it in 30 minutes. Why would you ask two people to do it
Wait.
when the
No, that's just a math question.
no, and
No,
that's
but
the answer.
Yeah.
Just ask the
I
second
see
guy to
what
do
you
it.
mean. I see what you mean. Or it could be. No, the answer is 30. Is it not 30? Because then
I think the answer would be 30.
I do think it's 30.
Can't be.
Why?
It can't. I just don't think it could be 30.
But the reason that I think it would be 30
That's tough.
is because they can't do the same part at the same time. So, like, they would...
So if one starts on this end and one starts on this end and they start mowing down.
We'll say 15 minutes.
No, actually...
Sounds good to me.
Isn't it... Ronnie, is it 20? I feel like it's 20. I feel like you're smart. You know this.
I've heard this before. I don't know.
Fuck.
I
I'm
don't
looking
know.
it up. Someone on the internet
15
knows.
minutes sounds good to me.
I don't know.
Someone knows. If one...
And even if we might have already said the right answer, but I don't know because I don't know the answer. That's the thing.
Dude, I
I
really
wonder if there
wanna
is
know
a
this.
right answer,
I
or if that's
know.
just like a question somebody came up with and was like,
Yeah. Who knows?
Oh, man.
It's got to be. All I know is it's got to be less than 30. Because if they start plowing this field at the same time, it
Yeah.
takes this dude 30 to get to the
to
end.
the whole thing.
To the whole thing, but he's gonna eventually meet this dude
In
at
the
some
middle.
point.
There's someone that's watching this video that just figured out the answer in like 1 minute.
Yeah, there's a math genius watching this.
Yeah.
My sister's really good at math. She probably knows the answer.
You gotta ask her.
I have an education degree, but not this type of education.
You
what'd you go to school
you
for?
graduated from college then
Yes.
with your
childhood education.
childhood education.
I was supposed to be a teacher prior
Really?
to doing social media.
What type of a teacher?
Just kindergarten through 3rd grade. Any
Mm,
grade that I really chose to do.
that's fire. That's what's up. I don't think I could be a teacher.
I don't have the patience.
Now because I like went to school and then my senior year they actually put me in a classroom with kids.
So you started like shadowing teachers.
Yeah, and then like I actually had to teach the class and like
Mhm.
they
How
put
was
me in a
that?
preschool classroom and kids were like, I love kids, but like teaching them is like so different. Like I will
Yeah.
babysit, I'll watch your kids. I'm great with kids. But it's like once they put you in a classroom, like they're peeing their pants, like picking
Yeah.
their nose,
Hell
crying
yeah.
because they want their mom. And I'm like, I don't know what to do.
Mhm.
Like I
Yeah.
wasn't prepared for this. I was prepared to teach ABCs, 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
everything else. I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know if I can be a mom too
Yeah,
right
exactly.
now.
It's just
So
Damn. So that's kind of crazy. You went to college to do something totally different than what you're actually doing.
yeah.
And I feel like I hear a lot of stories about people doing that.
It's like I'm glad I got my degree. Glad
Mhm.
I finished school. It's there if I like absolutely need it,
Mhm.
but like it's not something I don't see myself doing
Yeah.
now.
So your obviously your degree, like I said, isn't like what you do nowadays. How do you feel about like if someone's going to school for, let's just say, a business degree? Like I feel like I feel like I've learned a business degree just by, because I never went to college, just by hanging around other successful people
Mhm.
and learning, what to do with my money, how to use my money to make more like,
Yeah, 100%.
but like, obviously if you're going to be a surgeon, you have to go to school.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like you have to go.
Or a teacher.
Or a
Yeah.
like in your instance, like you
Mhm.
have to go and learn how to do that shit.
Mhm.
But like I've heard of people going to school for like, business or like shit that you could learn shit on YouTube now.
Like accounting, like numbers. It's like it's
Bro.
easier to be in the field doing it or learning from people that like are easy
Yeah.
to learn from.
Mhm.
yeah,
School, it just depends on what you go to school for. I feel like
yeah,
that makes school necessary, but especially in what we do, like self-employed, it's like you have to figure out money, numbers,
Mhm.
business. Like
yeah,
you kind of have to do it. You don't have a choice. I mean, you have people helping you, like
Yeah.
managers, accountants, everything. But
Yeah.
like, it's just that's one thing I feel like you could just learn on your own.
yeah. No, I mean you
sure.
could learn anything on YouTube. Like literally,
Anything.
if I need to learn how to do something, I'm looking it up on YouTube nowadays.
Mhm.
You know what
Facts.
I'm saying?
Mhm.
But yeah, and then I feel in high school, I don't know how about you guys feel about this, but like I didn't learn a lot of real life shit,
Not at all.
Like I didn't I had a personal finance class with a great teacher that I actually, learned how to write a check properly, learned
Right.
how to do certain things, and that was probably the best class that taught me shit like for in real life.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that,
I really don't remember anything from high school. If I'm
Yeah,
being
honestly,
honest.
I think the thing that shapes you the most is just elementary school and middle school. Like that's really the most important because that you just wouldn't be social without them. You'd just be really fucking weird to be honest.
Right.
And also, I think it helps because like everything that's basic in life, which is what you need, common sense, is learned in your younger years,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and that's what you really, really retain. I probably remember 3% of what I was taught in high school, literally. Like
I agree.
Yeah,
Like I don't need to know any of those formulas I learned in algebra 2.
exactly.
yeah,
Never.
yeah, unless you're gonna be a mad scientist.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But no, I wanted to touch on one more thing before we wrap up the episode. With you like getting big on social media and stuff, has that caused you any like, like mental health problems or like
Mhm.
anxiety? Because I feel like, people don't like, yeah, we're all humans and we all go through shit, but people don't really like touch too much on that shit, and I feel like it's a real thing. So like,
Yeah, I've definitely had my fair share of like anxiety attacks and like wanting to be off of social media for a little bit, but it's like, those people that are just like, oh, I'm off social media for a few days. Like I
Mhm.
just need mental health. Like, and you just need to like have time to myself. It's like,
yeah, like reset.
it's like, it's so good to do it, but like anytime you announce that you're doing it, everyone's just like on you. Like you don't
Oh,
need
yeah.
to tell us. Like we don't care. And it's like, it's a real thing. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like I have to tell you guys, like, I'm trying to be open. I'm trying to be myself. I feel like you guys need to understand, like,
Yeah.
like we need our days too. So,
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you said you have social anxiety. So is it hard for you to do things like this, or like where you just come and sit in front of a bunch of cameras or some shit?
I
Yeah.
feel like this is not bad because it's like I knew, like, I met you guys prior. But if
Mhm.
I was to just go somewhere, like, blinded or, like, meet someone and have to, like, go live and, like, do something
Yeah.
crazy, like, that, I would probably have a little anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just like meeting new people and like on the street, it's like, hey Carson, it's like, I saw your video, I know you have a brother, I know you went to this school, and it's like, hey, like, what's your name? Like, it's just crazy because it's like I'm trying to hold a conversation with someone that I know nothing about,
Yeah.
and they know everything about
Mhm.
me, so it's
Yeah.
like that kind of makes me anxious.
Yeah. Well, it's a very weird feeling
Sometimes.
'cause like, especially when like people think that they can like be in your personal life,
Yeah,
and it's just not like that.
like I put a lot on the internet,
Yeah.
but sometimes like I do have things I want to keep private.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And there's like sometimes it's hard for people to read that line.
Exactly.
Like I'm eating dinner at a table, food in my mouth, and people are coming up like, "Hey, like, can we take a picture real quick?" And I'm like,
Hi,
just trying to eat dinner. Like,
Just trying to enjoy my night.
yeah, but it's
Yeah, I
tough
get
sometimes.
it. No, me and Trent have both actually had anxiety problems, like in not from like the social media shit, but in high school, I went down to fucking anxiety. Like I would it was crazy. Sophomore year of high school, I started getting like anxiety panic attacks,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't know why. I would just freak myself out, and it's all
it's
up
all
here.
mental, yeah.
It's all mental,
and once
like,
it starts, it's like really hard to stop it.
yeah, like you get that feeling in your stomach, and then
Mhm.
it's wraps after that.
Yeah,
But yeah, like I would like literally tweak myself out to to where my heart's like racing,
mm-hmm.
to where like I think, holy shit, I'm about to have a heart attack.
Mhm.
Literally, I've
So,
been there.
I've actually went to the hospital a few times, like in high school, like I'm about to die. Like I'm in the
Right.
hospital one time.
And being young, like that's like scary.
Yeah, and I'm yelling at the nurse, like, get me some fucking oxygen. I can't fucking breathe. Like,
Oh.
and I got the little thing on my finger, and she's like, look, your oxygen's at 99.
She's like,
You
"You're
are
fine."
perfectly fine.
Yeah.
You are having an anxiety attack. Calm down. Just chill out. But I was telling myself that I wasn't fine.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy, like, with your brain and your mind, it's crazy how, like, I look back and I'm like, how the fuck did I tell myself that I was, like, how did that even happen?
Right.
But
Like it's a real thing.
Anxiety is
hell
a
yeah.
real thing.
Very real.
Thing. But once you get past that point where you know it's mental and you like figure out, okay, what I'm going to do to cope with my anxiety, or you figure out little ways.
Figure out what it is that helps you.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not smooth sailing. Like, it still happens, but
Yeah.
it's definitely under control
Yep.
and a lot better.
Yeah, but there was like no bullshit, like sophomore year in high school, I couldn't have sleepovers with friends for like, I'd say a solid 6 months.
Really?
I was camping out on the living room floor with my mom, sleeping next to my mom every night in high school.
Yeah.
Because that's how it fucked me up bad.
I was the
And I
exact same way.
didn't know if it was my heart or
Right.
anxiety. And I'm like, are the doctors telling me the wrong shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was the exact same way.
Because it's a feeling of like you really don't know if something's actually wrong or like you're just anxious. Like it's like,
Yeah.
what's going on?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
No, it's a wild thing. But yeah.
Before you wrap up, we got to get a therapist on and talk to them.
We do got to get a therapist on here.
That'd be fire.
That would be tough.
That's a great idea. We can tell them all our problems. See if they can fix it over the podcast.
Exactly.
But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up here. This is the Everyone's Different podcast with my boy.
Young Trench.
I'm Tristan Jass. Thank you, Carson, for pulling up.
Thank you guys for having me.
Of course.
First female guest. We're so excited about this one. So thank you. All of Carson's social medias, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, MySpace, Facebook.
Not to my
Every social media will be in the description. So make sure you guys go check out her stuff. And thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next episode. Peace.
Hey!